Do you ever feel that frustrating pause before you speak English? You know the feeling. Someone asks you a question and your brain immediately goes into overdrive. You hear the English words, you translate them into Spanish to understand, you formulate your answer in Spanish, and then you do the hard work of translating that answer back into English. By the time you're ready to speak, the moment is gone. That is the translation trap, and it is the single biggest barrier to fluency. But what if I told you that you can use artificial intelligence to break that habit today? In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to use tools like ChatGPT to practice visual immersion, a technique that trains your brain to connect images directly to English words, bypassing Spanish entirely. Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, we focus on natural learning and visual immersion techniques to help you master English. Today we aren't just memorizing vocabulary lists, we are rewiring how your brain processes language using the most powerful AI tutor available in 2026. Recent research shows that the most effective way to learn a language isn't just passive listening, it's active simulation. We need to create an environment where your brain has to think in English to survive the conversation. The goal isn't to be a perfect translator, the goal is to stop translating altogether. We are going to use ChatGPT, specifically the voice mode if you have it, to act as a personalized tutor that forces you to visualize scenes rather than read text. We will cover setting up a specific tutor persona, running visual description drills, and simulating real-life role-plays. By the end of this 10-minute video, you will have a concrete plan to turn your AI tool into a fluency machine. Let's dive in. The biggest mistake people make with AI is treating it like a search engine. You ask a question, it gives an answer. That is passive. For language learning, we need to treat it like a human coach. To do this, we need to set a persona. You need to tell the AI exactly who it is, who you are, and what the rules of the game are. If you don't set rules, the AI will try to be too helpful and might explain things in Spanish too often, which triggers your translation brain. Here is the exact prompt pattern based on current best practices that I want you to use. Open a new chat and type this. You are my English tutor. I am an intermediate Spanish speaker. Our goal is to stop me from mentally translating. Always correct my mistakes. Explain briefly in Spanish if I am totally stuck, but then immediately give me a natural English alternative. Do not lecture me, let's have a conversation. Why does this work? First, you are establishing your level. This prevents the AI from using Shakespearean English that confuses you. Second, you are setting the correction loop. You are asking for explicit, gentle corrections. You want the AI to catch you when you use a Spanish sentence structure in English, but you want the correction to be natural. This sets the stage for everything else we are about to do. Once you've sent that prompt, the AI enters tutor mode. Now, we can start the real work. Now, let's tackle the translation trap directly. The reason you translate is that your brain connects the concept of a cat to the word gato, and then gato to cat. We need to cut the middleman. We need to connect the image of the animal directly to the English word cat. We do this through a method called visual description. This is where the "you like English AI" philosophy really shines. We are going to ask the AI to paint a picture with words, and your job is to visualize it without turning it into Spanish text in your mind. Here is the prompt you will use. Describe a specific scene to me, like a busy coffee shop or a quiet beach. Use sensory details. After you describe it, ask me 3 questions about what I see in my imagination. When the AI responds, it might say, imagine a small cafe, you can smell roasted beans, there is a red mug on a wooden table. As you listen or read, do not translate red mug to taza roja. Instead, force your brain to generate the JPEG image, the mental picture of a red mug. When you answer the AI's questions, answer based on the picture in your head. If the AI asks, what is next to the mug, look at your mental image. Maybe you see a spoon, you say, a silver spoon. This exercise forces your brain into rendering mode, instead of translation mode. You are bypassing the linguistic center of your brain and using the visual center. If you do this for just 5 minutes, describing scenes back and forth, you will find that the Spanish words start to fade away, because they are no longer necessary for understanding. You are operating purely on concepts and English labels.
Here I come from the west side, the left side, the right brain drives me insane. Don't lie, don't lie, don't lie to me.
Once you have warmed up your visualization muscles, it is time to simulate real life. One of the best features of modern AI tools is the ability to roleplay. Texting is great, but speaking is where the pressure is. When you write, you have time to translate. When you speak, you don't. Research suggests that simulating real-life situations via roleplay is the fastest way to build confidence. We are going to use a specific prompt to set up a scenario where the stakes feel real, but the environment is safe. Try this prompt. Let's roleplay a scenario. You are a barista at a coffee shop in New York, and I am a customer. You start. After each of my replies, pause the roleplay to correct my grammar and suggest one or two better, more natural phrases, then continue the roleplay. Notice the structure here? You are asking for immediate feedback. In a real conversation with a human, people are too polite to correct you. They let you make mistakes. The AI won't. If you say, "I want a coffee black," the AI might pause and say, "That is understandable," but a native speaker might say, "Could I get a black coffee please?" Or, "I'll have a black coffee." Now, here is your coffee. Would you like room for milk? This is crucial. You are learning in context. You aren't memorizing the phrase, "Could I get," from a textbook. You are using it to get your virtual coffee. This emotional connection to the action helps cement the English directly to the intent, effectively killing the need for Spanish translation. We have the persona, we have the visualization, and we have the role play. Now, we need to speed it up. The final technique is the Think in English drill. This is designed to put your brain under a little bit of pressure. When you have too much time, you translate. When you have no time, you must react. Here is the prompt. Help me think in English. Ask me 5 rapid-fire questions about my day. Do not allow me to use Spanish. If I hesitate or get stuck, give me 2 example answers and a short pronunciation tip. Then, move to the next question. The AI might ask, "What did you eat for breakfast?" You have to answer immediately. "Eggs and toast." AI, "Good. How did you get to work?" You, "I took the bus." By forcing speed, you jam the translation circuit. Your brain realizes it is too slow to go English, Spanish, English. So, it starts taking the shortcut. If you struggle, the AI gives you the answer, you repeat it, and you keep moving. This mimics the rhythm of native speech. It's intense, but it works. So, how do you put this all together? You don't need to study for hours. The latest data on language acquisition suggests that consistency beats intensity. You need a daily habit. Dedicate just 15 to 20 minutes a day to this. Spend 5 minutes on visual description to warm up your brain. Spend 10 minutes on a roleplay scenario, maybe a job interview one day, a grocery store trip the next, and finish with 5 minutes of rapid-fire questions. Stop translating and start visualizing. The tools are right at your fingertips, and they are free. If you use these prompts, you aren't just practicing English, you are living it. If you found this tutorial helpful, please hit that like button. It really helps the channel. And comment below, what scenario are you going to roleplay with your AI tutor first? I'd love to hear your ideas. Don't forget to subscribe for more visual immersion tips. See you in the next video.